All right, I got another story time for you. I've been thinking about this quite a bit, so I think it's worth taking the time to share with you. So, like the title said, I think that the movie Alien caused me to develop a reading disability, and I say that with quotation marks, right? So when I was a kid, um, one of my favorite things to do, and I'm talking like 5 years old, would be laying down on the floor with my feet up in the air, watching the movie Alien. It's either Alien, Land Before Time, Fantasia, or Harry and the Hendersons, I think was one of them. To be clear, I was born in 1987, the year that Alien released. So fast forward to third grade, I think it was roughly, so I had to have been about 8 or 9. The teachers were trying to get me to read this book about some manatee. And it was like, I remember it like this kid standing on the end of a dock trying to be friends with it or some dumb shit. And I was just so disinterested. So naturally, because I was disinterested in this story, my teachers came up with this idea that I must have a reading disability or I can't see the words. I think was what the first thing was. So they convinced my parents to get me glasses. They got me glasses. I was a wild, feral little animal when I was a kid, so I destroyed them. And then the teachers decided that because of that, I must have an attention problem. So they tried putting me on Ritalin. And about a week after that, my dad decided, well, he's a little weird, so we're gonna take him off of this stuff. And then ultimately coming to the decision that because of my disinterest in this story, I must have, well, this story and all the other crap they were trying to make me read, I must have some sort of reading disability. I think the best part about this experience was, and I say that sarcastically, was when we were sitting in this room with the lady who was going to decide this, Miss Hansford. She was like our reading teacher or whatever. Um, then she was like an older lady who was like real fucking bitchy all the time. She took so many pills that I don't even know. She reminded me of E.T. when he's always eating Reese's Pieces all the time. The way she'd fucking eat pills all the time. Anyway, she was explaining to my mom how she felt that, like I wasn't understanding or grasping information very effectively, and that she thinks that that I should stay behind a grade. And my mom was like, "All right, that's fucking dumb," So that didn't obviously happen, but either way, I was still held back in that area. So it's a little shitty to think that, you know, because I had disinterest in the bullshit they were trying to make me learn, that means that I was slower than everyone else. Like how could any of these books ever stand a chance against like the premise of Alien? Like if you know anything about Alien, or if you don't know anything about Alien, go check it out because it's a pretty mature premise, especially for a 5-year-old kid to be growing up watching. But I fucking loved it, so whatever. And the other side of it too was I was absolutely in love with Super Metroid. So these books wouldn't stand a chance. I can't help but wonder when, like, now that I'm thinking back on it, what would have happened if they had given me like a Dragonlance book, or like something that was like really interesting fantasy or sci-fi type of book. I probably would have jumped right in. So I'm 30 years old now, and I've reflected on this quite a bit, and I really carried that with me for a long time, probably all the way until my early 20s, just feeling like I wasn't as smart as everyone else. And really that's kind of the whole point of this video is like, it's not that I wasn't as smart as everybody else. It was just they were trying to teach me shit that I didn't care about. And there's another part of this too. I was talking to my mom the other day because I was trying to figure out the timelines for all of this stuff, and I told her about like what I planned on titling this video, something like Alien caused me to develop a reading disability. And she laughed and she's like, well, that's not because of that. It's because I smoked when you were pregnant and you were born via C-section. And I was like, I was just blown away that she would think that that was her fault for those fucking reasons. Like maybe smoking when she was pregnant had some effect on me. Maybe that's why I'm so fucking weird. But, or at least why some people think that I'm so fucking weird, right? But anyway, you see what I'm trying to say? Like, it's such a dumb, outdated system that the education system is that I experienced anyway. And, I'm in my 30s, so which is kind of insane to think about. I don't feel that old for sure, but anyway, let me know what you think of this. Um, Maybe if you had a similar experience, share it later.